everyone, welcome back to our exciting episode of Tackle Productions. Today I'm back with being joined once again for Aaron as he brought his Helku deck profile for us today. Like always, there's buttons down below. Feel free to click them. But Aaron, take it away.
All right, man. So this is the new Helku leader, as people are calling him. Super cool engine. If you're familiar with Magic, he's a scry leader, which basically means that this whole deck is going to operate off of you being able to stack the deck. So whenever you swing with him, you draw a card, and then when you trigger the scry ability that plays the battle cards from the drop area, that I'll explain as you see it, you can awaken, you draw one, untap one, and then you pick up life until you get to 5, and then, or you can awaken him the natural way just by going down to 4 life and either draw 2. When you do awaken, whenever he attacks, he gets plus 5k, and then he draws 2 cards, and you take 1 card from your hand and you put it on top of your deck, which is extremely important. He also has an activate main that goes and gets the Android 18 Unison out of the deck for you, which is basically everything. And then once per turn, you can Spirit Boost 1 to reveal the top card of your deck and then place it into your drop area, which is kind of the entire thing with this deck. You'll see that as we go along. So that's the leader. Kind of a lot going on, but it makes sense as we go. I'm going to do some of the Fringe cards first that are just kind of in here because they're good. We run 2 of the Basil. Just draw power, and then also just being able to dual attack. He helps get rid of unisons, can even help finish games if you get there, but just a really good card. We always play him when we play yellow. Then we play 2 Vegeta's Final Flash. A lot of times this deck can be susceptible to being open to triple strike and some bigger bombs, and so this just helps us to be able to survive. It also is just a way to continue to keep your unison on board if you are swinging with it and you want to get rid of something, some skills that would actually not be good for you to face on your own turn. And then we play 2 of the Vegeta Unison counterplay. So this guy, whenever someone plays a battle card, you can play him for free if you have Unison, and then it just taps something when he comes in. So which is also plays off of a couple other cards in the deck. Then we play our Floodgate for this deck is Flying Nimbus. It's still very good. Like I said, with this deck, you sometimes leave yourself open to some attacks, so you need to be able to defend yourself pretty well. We play 3 Power of the Super Saiyan. This card is just insane. It also taps down cards like the Vegeta, and so it plays into Poutine. Poutine is just a really good card. Being able to basically control the board, and again, it's all about being able to survive, right? So that's kind of the Fringe stuff that we run. Those are just all cards you're probably going to see in most yellow decks. So this is the main Helku part of the deck. So we run 4 of the Android 18. She is insane. She is basically just a Jace the Mind Sculptor if you're familiar with Magic. Once per turn, whenever you use Spirit Boost on her, you can put one of your opponent's cards into rest mode, which is very good. Her +2 is look at the top 3 cards of your deck and basically just stack them however you want. And then her -2 is just draw 3 cards and then choose 2 of them and put them back on top of your deck in any order. So we're continuously stacking the deck so that the leader ability, so that you can use this to play all your battle cards basically just from the drop area. So we're going to go into those cards next. We run 2 of the Goten. He's just a free blocker when he gets revealed and gets put into the drop area, which actually is like clutch, especially because you have to protect the Android 18. The Android 18 is the linchpin of the deck, and so he really helps to protect her. We also play 4 of the Goten, or that's Gohan, sorry, the Goten, the Brawler. So this card is really important for awakening. So when your leader is on its front side, you can discard this card to reveal the top card of your deck and put it in your drop area, which is really, that's the only reason why you play this card, but it basically just lets you awaken at your will. So you mulligan for this because it's kind of what lets you awaken really early. We also play a couple, 3 more 1-drops. We played the Trunks. Whenever this card is played from your drop area, you draw a card, and then you can activate main on him to basically Spirit Boost for 1, and then you reveal a top card of your deck, put it into your drop area. So all these are just ways to kind of continue to play cards from the top as the Android 18 is stacking the deck, as the Goku is stacking the deck. These are some cards that help us start the game off in a efficient way. So we'll move on to the rest of the package. We run 3 of the Pan. So she is also a blocker that plays when she's revealed. She's a limit 1, but when she is played, your leader gets crit, and so that would make him a 20k crit on his Awakened side, which is really strong. We also play 4 of the Super Saiyan Goku. When he comes into play for 1 energy, when he goes into the drop area for 1 energy, you can play him. When he comes in, he taps something, and you draw a card, and he's a blocker, which is really good. One of the last pieces we play from this is the Super Saiyan 4 Goku. This deck doesn't have a ton of removal, and so this is our main form of removal. For one yellow, he has Deflect and Double Strike, so he is a form of pressure as well that they can't respond to. For 1 yellow, you can play him, and then you can choose something, and then you can pop it. So that's some more of the meat of the Helku engine. And then we can go into a few other things here. So we also play 4 of A Trip to Hell. This card is busted. It costs no energy. To play it, you can activate the limit 1, which you almost never do. But for 1 yellow, you can draw 2 cards, and then you take 1 card from your hand and put it back on top of your deck. So again, you're stacking your deck to basically play whatever you want to play. I run 3 of the 8-drop. This is kind of a mini Apex of Power. So it's a Deflect, Double Strike, and then when he's played, you choose 2 of your opponent's battle cards and rest mode, and you KO them, which is really strong. And then for 3 yellow, if you have 4 more energy and a yellow unison in play, you can play it from your hand. So for 3 on turn 4 is really good. Also, that's kind of why we run so many blockers, is because we really want to survive until turn 4, so this guy can come down and win us the game. And then once per turn, you can Spirit Boost 2, and if you have yellow cards, if your leader's yellow, mono yellow, you get dual attack. And so, and then your opponent can't activate skills on battle cards that cost 7 or less. So that's what I mean by it's kind of a mini Apex of Power. So no topos, no Majin Buu counters, no Poutine counters, nothing like that. Very, very good finisher for the deck. We do run a couple other finishers though. I run a Fu just because as your opponent spends a lot of resources to help deal with the fact that you're overwhelming them with threats that you're playing for free or for 1 yellow energy out of your drop area, he can really be good at finishing games with triple attack and making them discard. And then we run the Sin Shenron as the optimal finisher for the deck. He's just good. He's a blocker. He comes in for 2, and then you can pay 4 if you really want to and get dual attack and double strike. So you could technically play him on your opponent's turn, and then you can drop this guy on the next turn. Then you just got these big beaters that is hard to deal with. And then our super combos, we play 2 of the Krillin just for cycling abilities, and then we play 2 of the new Krillin. I've just been kind of testing with the new Spirit Boost super combos, where you can, when you activate Spirit Boost, which you're going to a lot with this deck, you can place these underneath of the unison, and then you still get the card draw, which is nice, but it basically just acts as a way to put another counter on your unison. So, because again, it's all about protecting Android 18 with this deck, because she makes everything go around. So, good control, good finishers, ridiculously good leader, and honestly, it's actually really efficient as far as hitting the drops off the top of the deck. So that's how I run it. If you run it differently, man, I'd love to see in the comments, because it's obviously really new, but this has worked out pretty well so far. So,
all right, appreciate it, Aaron. Like always, there's buttons everywhere, even on the screen. Yeah, with that being said, know your cards, fluff out something else, right? All right, cool.